It's called a promo,
Shut
kid,
your
and
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think
Yes,
that maybe this
I did
company
it.
will be better.
I've succeeded at starting a recording.
Give me a hell yeah!
Okay, starting this off, I would like to say not only did I spend 12 hours at the Globe Life Field on Saturday, but then I came home and I watched it all back so I could do this episode properly, all in all. I think, again, I spent about 19, almost 20 hours reviewing this pay-per-view, so I'm like the expert on All In Texas now. I'm officially an expert.
He's an expert. All right. Thick.
I'm an exhausted one at that.
An exhaspert.
Yes.
You lived and tell the story. We appreciate that.
I had a moment within the day where I was driving to deliver a package. I had somebody buy a belt, and I said, I don't know that I'm alive. I think I'm actually a ghost, just kind of like floating around through traffic right now.
That's legit.
This is official. This is the official all-in recap, and this is going to be fun. This is our third all-in we've covered, and probably this one more than any other one holds a special place in my heart. You know what I'm trying to say. It's due to the fact that our show started after All In 2023.
Acknowledge me!
Yeah. And so, it's not only that, but it's deep in the heart of Texas.
Got to be there.
That's cool.
I had to recap like my day today. I ended up calling in just so I could relax from the wrestling high that I've had since like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then next thing you know, I'm just like wanting to relive that moment all over again if I could. It's been on my mind 24 hours now.
Technically, but we're about to, in a sense.
Yeah,
Right.
in a sense. I heard that and I was like, damn, dude, I need to catch up. I started the week too damn early. I came home too early. This whole day I've been running on like 2 hours of sleep because I didn't get in until like 4 or 5.
Dang.
Yeah, it's been rough coming off of All In Texas. But like you said, it was an experience. We lived it and we survived it. And before we dive in, I have to let everyone know that this is the official recap episode, yes. But next week, we're doing the Live in the Arena, and I can't wait to go over the footage from that. The amount of footage taking it all in is going to be insane, and reliving it all is going to be insane. Maybe when I have a little bit more sleep in me.
That's fair.
I will say one thing. Starting from 0 hour on to that point forward, and I won't even really go into 0 hour too much, but from that point forward, you can see this Owen Hart belt a lot. And it was so cool seeing that back and seeing my belt and shit a ton. It was just, it was really cool. I'm glad I brought this thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, they specifically pointed you out so they could get as much footage of the belt.
Yeah, he was popular, man. Josh was popular with that belt everywhere he went.
Drink it in, man.
Before we do start and we get into the opening match, our trios title match, I want to ask a question solely based on preference, personal opinion alone. Gabe Kidd or Pac, who would you rather take into battle with you?
Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
Damn, I had to say Gabe Kidd, yeah. I like Pac more, but Gabe Kidd is someone. That being said, I don't know that I trust Gabe Kidd.
Can't really trust either one. When I wrote the question, I had said Pac because I love him, but now that I'm thinking on it, Gabe Kidd, honestly.
The only thing is I'm scared like Gabe Kidd's gonna go off the deep end. He's gonna like go completely insane, and I'm gonna lose control, and I'm just gonna be in his warpath.
This match was honestly a great opener. All out brawl out from the start. I'm glad they opened with the trios title match. It gave a good feel like, all right, this is for all the marbles. This is what everything's centered on is getting the Death Riders out of AEW, and we got to protect AEW, and we got to start off with that.
Ding dong, hello.
Also,
Yeah.
great spots by everyone, and I loved the overall chemistry I think every guy had in this match.
You guys only watched the AEW stuff, right?
As
Yes.
of late, yes.
Yeah, I didn't. I watched Great American Bash and Evolution, and so yeah, I've so much wrestling. I'm not trying to plug anything. I'm just trying to justify why I'm forgetting everything. But I do remember it being a good opener.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I enjoyed
And
it. I had a great time with it. I thought it was fun.
for a
and
lot of these
entertaining.
matches, we're not trying to sit here and dissect them. Everybody who's watching this episode has probably watched this pay-per-view. It's more about how do we feel about this? How do we feel about this direction? How do we feel about Samoa Joe getting the muscle buster in, Ops retain, and then next thing you know, they're getting jumped again, and Samoa Joe's being stretched out.
I was very sad about it. I actually got good
Yeah.
footage of me getting him stretchered out, but I was wondering why if they were gonna why they're writing him off. In that
It makes
case, I was
sense.
like,
I knew from the get go. It was like I knew already the main event. Surely it has to be something Civil War esque, Avengers Civil War or Avengers Endgame. There we go. See, my brain's not here today, man.
I can't even get my Avengers right.
So I was like, we gotta get one of these guys, maybe all three of them out of here, and then that was the perfect way.
But this bitch is getting on my nerves.
it was too. They would have been too powerful if they all came out at once at the end. You had
Yeah.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
Well, one thing I was expecting that didn't happen during this was Hook returning. And maybe
Yes.
to help. Also, I had a whole theory otherwise that he would return again as a member of the Death Riders. And I'm crazy for thinking that, sure, but I thought it would be cool.
see, before they put Gabe Kidd in that position, I was like, what if they're just like Hook's gonna be our third man, and then Gabe Kidd got put in that position. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, but like, where is Hook?
I think
I know.
Gabe Kidd fits better than the
Oh,
role
yeah,
that
for
Hook
sure.
would. I would think.
But where's Hook?
Could have
He's
benefited more.
last time I checked, he was doing a movie, and
Is he?
then yeah, he's in. I think it's called like Moneyball or Money Talk, something like that. Can't remember. Don't question me. I just remember seeing the trailer, and he had this specific line where he puts a gun in someone's mouth, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh snap,
yeah.
that's Hook." I was like, "That's Hook. Is that Hook?" I was like, "Oh shit, that's Hook."
Now it's all coming back to me. No, you're correct. Yes,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, check out the trailer, man. It's pretty crazy. Then you're like, "Holy crap, that's Hook." He's playing himself in a weird way. He's playing himself.
Hook is playing Hook. As long as he's not playing Hooky from work, I guess it's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
You just made the list.
Now, our men's casino gauntlet. This was a really fun time because there was a lot more people than I realized. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to run down all the participants before we really start getting into anything that we loved or hated about it. I surely hope nobody hated too much about it because casino gauntlets are really fun. Opening of this casino gauntlet, of course, is Mark Briscoe and MJF. And that was a whole story that we were going to have to tell in the gauntlet while also getting all these other guys in here. I think we accomplished the mission pretty well, I would say.
Would you? Let me ask you a question. Would you have been upset if MJF beat Mark Briscoe like he said he did, like in like a minute?
No, I wouldn't have been upset because
You wouldn't have been upset. That would have made me so upset, bro. I would have been hella mad.
I think I would be.
Pissed, Morley.
I'd be surprised for sure. And I think with wrestling nowadays, one of the things that I think pops me the most is surprises because everything's so telegraphed, everything's so, there's eyes everywhere. So you hear about pretty much everything. And if not, then you put the pieces together yourself because there's so many formulas in place. if they would have done that route, I'd have been like,
That's the
okay,
face.
yeah.
We
That was
see,
just my question. That was that.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to go off.
we see in order Ricochet, Bandito, Takeshita, Mystico comes to stop MJF from unmasking Bandito, Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowens, ROH legend Roderick Strong makes an appearance, Brody King, a returning clean shaven Juice Robinson, which was probably one of the biggest pops of this gauntlet.
Yep.
Unofficially, we see the Gates of Agony come help Ricochet, but get stopped by the returning ass boys. The Guns come through. And then, if that didn't give you enough excitement, Kota Ibushi comes in the match, and that probably gave me the most excitement. The Beast Mortos, and lastly, not Darby, not Orange Cassidy, but the best wrestler alive, Max Caster,
Max
who comes
Caster.
out and does nothing except get hit and fall on top of Anthony Bowens. So
I feel like I kind of popped. I kind of popped when Max came out. I was like, damn it, I hated this guy. A year ago, I hated this guy.
He's so funny. He's so over though now with the fans. Now everyone wants to do the chant. Let's go, Max. You're the best
No.
wrestler. Oh,
I remember when it started to click on me when I was like, "Oh yeah, this is actually pretty catchy."
yeah, man. I
When
was
it
like,
hits you, it hits you.
they did the thing. He had the mic. He was acting a fool. Gets knocked out so quick. It was funny. I enjoyed it. Very entertaining for me. I popped.
Him being the last entrant also abruptly not ended the match, but it was the like catalyst that made the match end because he gets knocked off the apron. Mark Briscoe gets Roderick Strong. Jay Driller, MJF steals the pin. And what I loved about this, while we discussed this a little bit, I called at one point MJF winning it all, and that same day changed it to wait, Darby's gonna win it all. And so I should have just stuck with my original guns, I think.
I think
Yeah,
didn't we
the
all
original
pick?
gun.
Didn't we all pick unanimously that we on the predictions we picked MJF winning?
Yes. I'm
We
pretty
did,
sure we did.
and then literally that same night, I sent a message to the group chat and said, "Never mind, it's Darby Allin. I was wrong all along." It was always Darby in my mind. It was always gonna be Darbs.
I think the thing that got me the most was like, I swear, Juice came in and I thought he was Shanky. Yeah, I didn't. You didn't expect that to be a name you heard today, did you?
No,
His face looked a little like Shanky, like the hair, because Shanky had the kind of the messy dark hair. By the way, did Juice darken his hair or something? I don't remember his hair being that dark.
it looks a little darker. I saw somebody on Twitter make not too offensive, but make a joke about it. They look like Shayna Baszler more than Juice Robinson.
Oh
It's like, damn.
Oh, why they say that?
no,
And-
I was thinking Shanky. I don't know why, man. I thought he looked a little like Shanky.
For me, it wasn't that weird because I watched him before he went over to AEW or anywhere. I watched him even before New Japan when he was like putting people over in NXT as CJ. I've seen clean cut Juice Robinson more than bearded Juice Robinson. So I was like, oh, there's Juice. The juice is loose. Everyone else was like,
think-
what the hell? He's got no beard.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw him more like that was definitely in his New Japan days when he had like braids or extensions in his hair when he was a face. So I was like, wow. But I popped super hard for him, and I'm excited to see where this new Juice Robinson is going to take us.
Yeah, he
Seems like
kinda
he's
chill.
done playing games. He's done with
Yeah.
the, let's just say adolescent things with the dog pissing and all that shit.
Yep.
He said he's done with it. And I was like, oh, snap. There's a new Juice Robinson. The juice is loose.
Look out. Look out for the juice.
Acknowledge me.
Now, MJF gets a title shot in the near future, and that's very promising to me. We'll finally get the return of the Triple B, maybe.
Give me a hell yeah.
I don't think he'll keep it for long. If he does get it. There's so many people in that line, man. It's like
Jay White should get it before MJF gets it again.
He wasn't even in the gauntlet.
I know,
White
but I
didn't
would have.
pick
I
in
just
the
think of
gauntlet.
him. I'm like, I want to see him as champion.
I just want to see him,
again.
period. I want to see him stay for more than 6 weeks.
Me too.
But-
I think we all do. I think he does. If he had a choice, he obviously would.
But Mystico, man.
What about Mystico?
I was about to say that entrance, that was something special.
It always is. I don't know what it is about Mystico's entrance, man, but I guess because I've grown up around a lot of specifically Tejano / Hispanic
Mhm.
music, and it's like, oh man, we're in for a long night.
I heard not MJF, MVP was trying to like tell him to like kill him in the right before he swings on him. But I was glad that MJF let him have his moment.
No, let him have his moment. He deserved it.
Well, and it's weird with the acoustics in the stadium. You can't really tell when the other half of the stadium is singing. It's really hard to tell how loud the singing is. I'll tell you this much: when we were at Collision, it was one of the loudest singing things I'd ever heard. And maybe that's because Lucha Big E was next to me singing, and he was doing it word for word perfectly, like an angel. But
Yes.
that
Damn.
Collision one was like the most powerful singing probably since the Judas days.
Oh man, I missed the
What you're
Judas
saying
days.
is, what you're
Oh,
saying is,
when he comes back, he's coming back to Judas. That's a
I
whole
hope
other
so.
thing.
no, already. He's already back. Welcome back, Chris Jericho. Chris Mystico. Welcome back.
No.
Stop it.
Mystico unmasks one day and it's literally just Chris Jericho. It's been Chris Jericho the whole time. No, I'm just kidding.
What the heck?
Just kidding.
Now with the TNT four-way, I'm beyond ready and also a bit remiss to discuss everything around this because there's highs and low aspects of this segment, and emotionally, it's kind of a roller coaster going through this next bit of All In Texas. We're going to dive into the big thing that we already have gotten into earlier this week. Adam Cole comes out and makes his entrance emotionally. We all do it with him, loud and proud, not really understanding what's fully about to happen. Comes out, relinquishes the TNT title officially, and talks to all the fans at home and in attendance and lets us know he's going to be gone for a while. And he doesn't mention the word retirement, but he also has to take this opportunity just in case. And that's where we're all like about to start tearing up. I'm playing a
Didn't he
video.
actually say? Didn't he actually say, "I don't want to think about retirement right now"?
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
technically-
paraphrasing. I'm saying he said,
Okay,
I
my
don't
bad.
want to say the word retirement. But I'm gonna play this video real quick. This is me in the crowd while this is all going on. They like zoomed in on me in the crowd chanting "Thank you, Adam." And you can see me in the Owen Hart belt during this. And what's cool about it, what I wanted to point out was this is the 2022 Owen Hart belt, the one that Adam Cole won. So it made it a little bit more special for me.
Nice touch.
Drink it in, man.
That was a great shot, bro. I started tearing up, man. I was letting them fall. It was when I saw him teared up, made me tear up. And then when I saw the rest of the group get there, and even at the end when he does the Adam Cole baby, I looked at Roderick Strong and he was happy. And he like covers his mouth because he like couldn't hold it as much anymore. And it made me like freaking bawl. I was like, damn, these brothers are going through it together. It was beautiful, yet like, oh man, it hit me in my feels.
I wanted to cry a little bit. I almost did. God, I feel so bad for them. Like they just not just Adam Cole, but everyone in the Paragon and in the Undisputed and whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
They have such terrible luck, and it didn't hit me until like how bad it was when they show Kyle and you see Kyle, the little patch on his arm, and I'm like, these guys just don't have good luck.
Mm.
Like Kyle's over here wrestling with a patch on his arm. Adam Cole might retire. Roderick Strong is not always referred to as ROH legend Roderick Strong. Like it's bad out here, man.
It's still real to me, damn it.
And 100%, it's about obviously it sucks, but then the reality of the situation is so much bigger. It's Adam Cole has another concussion, and we know that, and it's a serious one. And his health is even more at risk than it was the first time around because every time this happens, he continues to wrestle. It gets a little bit worse. And understanding what we know about concussions now, obviously, he's in a position where if he continues to get more and more long term, he never may physically be okay again or mentally at that, and that's heartbreaking, and it's also surreal. It's because we all know and love Adam, but this isn't about Adam. This is about Austin, the person, the human.
Yeah.
And so if this is his retirement, I support it. I support him no matter what happens, where he goes, what he does. I want him to have a long, healthy life and not have to go through the struggles of post-traumatic CTE. And nobody should do that. Nobody should have to live through that.
Oh,
If this is his retirement and he got to wrestle his last match with his best friends, and me and Jeff got to be there live as well on top of that, like, of course I could live with all of that. But that's personal perspective at that point.
yeah, I would agree with that.
I wish him wish him the best, and sending my prayers and love to him, and hoping that he gets a speedy recovery, man.
For sure. That's all I can say at the end of the day with that, yeah.
And then from that, we have to like wipe our tears away and get into the match. We can have like this new exciting 4-way, and it delivers from all the competitors. Delivers. I think they kind of knew when they went out there, like, all right, everybody needs a pick me up from this.
Yeah.
And I want to put it like this. Everybody could expect Kyle Fletcher or Daniel Garcia to win this. And even with Sami Zayn, it's not tight end. Even with Sammy Guevara being a 3-time TNT champion, on top of that, you could expect him to win it. I don't think a single person in this Texas arena would have thought that Dustin Rhodes was going to win it, including Dustin Rhodes himself.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say that you agree. So in the media scrum, they talked about it in the media scrum too about it, and that was the thing. Same thing you just said. No one would have guessed that Dustin Rhodes was gonna win it.
Yeah, even Dustin was like, "What? What?"
Exactly.
So
what fitting? It fit him so well, and I loved it.
He wins it with the small package roll up, countering out of sharpshooter by Daniel Garcia. It was a pretty clean way to win it. Again, like everybody in the arena, and Dustin Rhodes included, looked around like, wait, that was 3? That was the 3?
That was the 3.
I thought for a second, I was like, wait, did he just do that himself? Like, did he make an audible and be like, no, I'm winning it? But then I saw his face, and I was like, no.
Other way around, all the other 3 guys in the match and producer Tony Khan, they probably all knew about it. It was very close to the vest. I'm sure Dustin was the only one that didn't know, and Daniel Garcia knew. All right, my assignment is tell him, roll me up out of the sharpshooter, and then I don't kick out. I just have a feeling.
That's
I can't
cool,
confirm
honestly.
that's accurate.
I think
It seems like it could be though.
Yeah. Just in general, having that moment with. I was wondering because I know they had the ROH stuff, and then they had the pre-show, the 0 hour match. But I was like, it really doesn't feel right unless you have Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs involved somewhere on that main card.
Yes.
And that just, even though, at the expense, not at the expense, but, we're sad, we're super sad, and it's a tragedy about Adam Cole. But it is really nice that, the Von Erichs got that moment to be in the ring with Dustin after he won that. The Von Erichs and his nephews.
Yeah, it was like the little Rhodes, the baby Rhodes.
Baby Rhodes.
Baby Rhodes, please.
Baby Rhodes.
Yeah. Those are just like the exit lanes. They're not full roads yet. The
roadies.
Hey, the roadies.
Exit lane's better, honestly.
I'll say this. This is one of my favorite moments of the event for sure. I didn't see it coming and I popped. I loved it when it happened. So it's kind of like sad tears, happy tears. Sad tears, happy tears.
Like, damn.
I'm
How we got here was kind of sad, but the end result was really happy, man.
Now
I
he's
think
dusting 3 belts.
I think the original plan, if Adam Cole didn't get injured, would have been they're probably going to put it on Kyle Fletcher. They probably thought maybe it still would be a good idea, but they found out how severe this was, and they're like, we need to do something big, something that's going to make people's hearts smile.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to think about because I obviously in our predictions video I had even said they're gonna put Cole versus Fletcher on the card and Fletcher's gonna win that belt.
Mhm.
I had that like locked in, even though we didn't know at the time. It was just something I tacked on at the end. I don't even know if we made it in the video. I didn't watch the video.
I, I don't think it would have fit. I don't think it would have fit, it would have filled right if he won it there. I was arguing with one of my friends. I was sitting next to me because he was upset about the decision. But to me, it made more sense for me personally that it was Dustin. Because if I want Kyle Fletcher to win that on a 1v1, not through a 4-way,
Yeah.
and I don't want him to do two. We don't want to ruin his momentum or make anyone else look weak. That's why I was okay. I enjoyed the finish. He just out wrestled them, and that comes with experience because he's Dustin Rhodes. And now that he has a belt, last time he held single gold was in 1996, and now it's 2025, and he had a great moment, and I think he realized that, and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Wow.
This is a beautiful moment,
That's
and he did
crazy.
it in Texas.
And Tejas. And it's crazy
Man.
because I had people on X saying Kyle Fletcher should squash Adam Cole. I wanted like a 5 minute match. He needs
Oh, I
to
saw
prove
so much of that too.
he needs to prove he's that good now. And I'm like, before I was even like, dude, it's Adam Cole. He cannot keep losing momentum. He does
Yeah,
not have much time left. Little
yeah.
did I know how much little time he actually had, possibly.
Exactly. And now those people can eat their words. That's the only
Yeah,
F-bomb you're
right.
going to get out of me in this episode.
That's fair. Only fair bomb you're gonna get out of me, and no, it's not.
And no, it's not. It's not at all. I'm ready to already slide into this, the Young Bucks versus Osprey and Swerve, because this had main event, big fight, feel level shit going on without even being anywhere near the main event. And that says a lot about how great this card actually was. When
Yeah,
you have the third match feeling like this is a huge main event match, and then everything leading up to it had moments.
fourth
I'm
match.
feeling I'm feeling it was a fourth. Okay, fair enough. High stakes EVP titles up against being banned from the world title picture for a year. Let's go. I think we all took that as like, yeah, they're losing. Sometimes you gotta let shit play out.
Let him cook.
Oh,
For
they cooked
me,
all right.
getting to be inside the arena early gave me the distinct advantage of finding out early that there would be special entrances and performances and stuff for this match. I got to watch a lot of it in rehearsal, peeking from out of the dugout out into the stage, and I got to see the Osprey entrance come together, the rehearsal. I got to find out that JoJo was there before doors were even open. I was like, holy shit, JoJo is here. This is
Let's
crazy.
go.
Yeah, I mean, going when we get to the Hurt Syndicate stuff, I was listening to MVP rap his verse, I think like 3 or 4 times in rehearsal. It was kind of cool.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Give me a hell yeah.
Osprey and Swerve aren't the only ones with special entrances, though. The Bucks had a really spectacular entrance coming in on the Mayflower and shit on some like pilgrimage coming to the colonies type shit. They went all in on this. No pun intended. They went all in on the gimmick.
Yes, the stuff, the part of the speech too. Oh my
Yes.
god,
It reminded me of the George Washington crossing the Delaware.
that was the
That's
point I
exactly.
made.
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to rip. That's like the
Yeah.
whole man. Instead, it was crossing the Dallas where.
Dallas
Square.
where. Stop. Don't give into it. It's not Dallas. It was Arlington. No,
It's
do
the
this to me.
little. Here's what's fun about it too, and this is what makes things so great when things are subtly sold. When you see them coming out on the boat and them doing the whole speech, you see Osprey and Swerve so annoyed that this is
Yes,
going on. They're like rolling their
Osprey's
eyes.
just like,
Pause down, bro.
he's like, come on, bro,
They're
come on,
stretching
bro.
like, bro, I'm ready for the match. I don't want to lose. That's part of the mental games that the Bucks play.
Yup.
And
Love them so much. Love them so much.
once their insanely long entrance is done, we get into one 5-star doozy of a tag team match, one of the best matches on the card, and it delivered up to the hype. Exciting
Yes.
all around, all the spots, the sequences. Don't get me started on the sequence, the signature move steals, false finishes. This match had it all, even down to Prince Nana getting super kicked at one point. That was heart wrenching. And then one point I wanted to point out before just getting to the end of the match was the whole Osprey nailing Swerve with the hidden blade.
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought it was done after that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought so too. I thought the communication. Oh, I was like, oh, it's broken down.
Osprey just stayed kicking out of like every finisher that the Bucks had.
Yes.
That was
Like
flipping
every
crazy.
finisher we have, and then we're gonna do variants of this finisher to make it even harder.
Banger after banger.
The part where they have
So
I can't remember. Was it Osprey? They had Osprey on the ropes, tied up on the ropes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it comes. This is like the bomb ass finish comes out of all of this. It starts with Osprey being on the ropes, and then Swerve just like crawling to him. I assume that's what you're getting to.
Yes.
Crawling to his ass to take the bullet for him. You just got nailed by your partner. He can take some chin shots.
That
Yeah.
was great storytelling. Great storytelling.
No, yeah,
So good.
literally. That's just playing back into what I was saying. This match was so good because it had everything into a tag team match, which is something that for their whole career the Bucks have been eloquent at doing.
Yes.
This was like, we love the Bucks' new gimmick. Whether you do or don't doesn't matter. You got to get a little taste of what the Young Bucks have and always do, and that's delivered singles action into tag matches.
For sure. Yeah.
Chef's kiss. Three chef's kiss. I gave it 3 chef's kisses.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
This is like a AEW women's title match. Spoiler alert.
Híjole.
Okay,
Dang.
bomb ass finish. Swerve blocks the EVP trigger. Osprey and Swerve hit the TK driver, and none of that works. It's when Swerve and Osprey hit the house call and hidden blade combo on Matt Jackson. They pin him. They strip the Bucks of their EVP titles. And guys, I have great news. Throw the confetti up. We're EVPs now.
Yep, that's crazy.
What do you
Now
mean?
they're-
Actually, according to the website, Swerve and Osprey are the EVPs.
But they gave it to us. But they gave it to us.
We're
Well,
the
then-
people.
I better see my name on the website, AEW, then.
I'm
The
not
people.
gonna turn the confetti off. Not until we move on. The confetti's just gonna stay going because I'm an EVP and I can do what I want now.
acknowledge me.
All right. Of
Okay.
course, Roll of Business is signing us.
Women's Casino Gauntlet. Same as the men's. I'll let you know who all pulled up and stuff before we dive into it. Starting with your big ones, Chris Statlander and Megan Bain with Penelope Ford. Followed up by Willow Nightingale, Ty Mello with Anna Jay, and with this we get discourse and interference between Penelope and Anna Jay, which brings us to the return and unofficial entrance of Harley Cameron, who a lot of us, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of us thought was the bunny for a second.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was some weird pink version of the bunny, and I was like, "What the hell
Damn,
is the bunny doing
there's
here?"
a name you haven't heard in a minute.
Nah. Feel the rap. My friend, people were wondering, she would have fit in the whole basically Starcast, and everyone was wondering why she wasn't there because I felt like her presence would have, it definitely was felt missed being at Starcast, and now I'm like, she wasn't at Starcast because she was doing probably this big role right here for this spot of the match, and I was like happy to see her.
She and Anna Jay chase Penelope Ford to the back, and we continue entering in women. The next set of entrances, Tekla, who I was like really heavy on winning this thing if Athena wasn't going to. Julia Hart with Sky Blue, Queen Aminata, who beelines straight for Tekla. We got a storyline running there. Mina Shirakawa, who had just won the interim ROH Women's TV title. Then my pick to win it all comes out. The hometown goddess, Athena. Followed by Thunder Rosa, Shuri, who surely kicks ass. And last and far from least, Alex Windsor, which was a big one for me. I was like, wow, we finally know she's here and she's in this company. I was kind of skeptical. They said they signed her and I didn't see her for a minute. They
Kept
just had to
doing
do
like little
something.
vignettes, but obviously
Yeah.
like, and that's when I knew she was going to show up here. I was like, yeah, we're getting Windsor. Shuri was the one I know they showed like one video package, like can't remember if it was
Yeah.
Collision or Dynamite.
I remember seeing the package on the ROH,
ROH, there we go.
Yeah.
and Sherry, she's badass, man. Super tough, black belt, and definitely held the red belt a couple of times in Stardom.
All
Man,
right, okay.
so
I
cool.
know they said her and Windsor have a little history, and I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that. I know Windsor from Progress, so
It was cool for me having I've had this complex about like I've watched the same people wrestle quite a few times, and this whole week I got to see some people I hadn't seen before. The both those women included Alex Windsor. I obviously when or where would I have seen her before? So that was cool. The big one because we're not going to get to talk about it anywhere else until maybe like the super card Lita. But Michael Oku was there, and watch that was like a bucket list thing getting to see Michael Oku live.
crazy
Whole
that
other
they had
tale,
him for ROH, but not in the men's casino. Which I
right?
knowing how many people they put in that match, though, I get it.
Yeah,
But like, I would have popped if Michael Oku would have showed up. When you said he was at ROH, I was like, "Yo, Michael Oku's about to pop up in this, and it's game over for everyone else."
that's what me and a lot of people were thinking that.
Acknowledge me.
The
Now,
little bit I've seen of Oku, it's great.
one thing you guys said on the All in All episode that I didn't quite agree with at first was when you said that the women's gauntlet was better than the men's because I was there live. I was like, the men's had all kinds of cool surprises and stuff,
Yeah,
great matchups. But after watching the event back, I 100% agree with that because this match wasn't so much more, or this match was so much more exciting and surprise filled than I had remembered. And the fact our hometown girl did win it all and she finally got her
yeah,
well-deserved AEW moment. Man, I
yes.
loved that shit. That
Gave
match
her
was
her
way better than
flowers.
I remembered.
Thank you.
It was crazy, man. I loved all the spots. I loved the little singles match that Windsor and Shuri started having. Just
Yeah,
They were going at it like
yeah,
warriors.
I didn't remember it being that good. Watching it back, I was like, damn, this is a really good set. Like everything was going and nothing was losing interest. There was no unentertaining spots. Shout out to those women.
Definitely shout out.
killed it this weekend.
Tag team title match is a fun one. FTR comes out for commentary, and as Stokely said earlier in the afternoon, they would. I was interested to know what they were saying on commentary. Live in the crowd. Tony Schiavone wasn't having any of it. That was what was funny
No,
about it. Just wasn't having any of it. Tony Schiavone was like, "I want to go home."
I would not blame him. Honestly, they're so good at playing this like annoying heel. I did not realize they were so good at this until this gimmick round. I'm like, wow, I want to punch them in their face.
Again, going back to this, another live entrance I got to hear rehearsed before doors was the West Side Gun smoked as a MVP, and they rehearsed it quite a few times. It was great. Please don't tell Bobby Lashley to come hurt me for saying this, but every time they rehearsed it in the empty arena, it was way more on beat than it was live.
Oh,
It was way more organized and on beat.
I mean,
Híjole. Híjole.
I think that's just with the territory. You get out there and it's a whole different thing when you have a whole big crowd out there.
The acoustics in there are weird, man.
It's
They're
fine.
weird. When we get to the live in the arena episode for All In, there's not going to be much of this match on there because I wanted to enjoy at least one match without filming, and that was a good choice. Maybe I regret it later on, but I still stand by it because everybody deserves to at least enjoy one match without having to feel the responsibility of filming. And good match, a lot going on,
Yeah.
all great action, and I can't say a shit ton past that because other than the two teams being great and FTR needed to get involved, The hurt people just hurt people, bro. Hurt people is all I can ever say.
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking, I was like, this would probably be the best chance to take those belts off them because it's a triple threat, and I was kind of thinking the patriarchy. I was like, I could see like Christian Cage and Nick Wayne like further in their story about winning these belts and going on like a small run before losing them to, I don't know, Jet Speed or something.
I'm gonna tell Bobby Lashley you said that. I'm telling
Go
Bobby on you.
ahead, you know, Bobby. You can hurt me all you want. I feel nothing anymore.
Jeez. No, Dylan, no.
It's
Bobby
interesting.
didn't mean it.
Oh no, it's interesting though because it looks like FTR and the patriarchy have the beef, but Bobby Lashley's the one who messes with FTR by throwing Christian into them. So they kind of like plant a little seed there. They go to retaliate but distract the patriarchy, and Hurt Syndicate retain the titles. Bobby spears Christian. And what we want to talk about isn't necessarily a match because it's what happens after the match stemming from all of this. The turn that nobody saw coming when Nick Wayne turned on Christian. Him, Kip, pretend Christian, they're going to help him, save him from FTR. We see Nick Wayne hit the kill switch, and that whole arena gasped. You could feel the gasp
Yeah.
when that turn happened.
Okay.
This was me. This was my exact reaction. I said,
He's fine.
it was that. No, nobody saw it coming. That's how you execute a turn.
Okay, that was a perfect timing for it. And I remember seeing on the internet that a side by side of when Christian turned on Jungle Boy, and then it shows Christian being turned by Nick Wayne, and I was like, I like that.
Yes.
I like that. Little small details in that. I like that. I almost forgot all about that. It was.
They set him up for the concerto, and of course, who saves the day? On this day, the big cope of hope, Adam Copeland comes to the rescue. Him and Spike that come, they kick ass, they do spears, and they tell Christian to go find himself.
I love that. Go find yourself.
Yeah,
I
you got to
love that
stall
he's just
before the find.
done.
Get the F out.
You got to the little stall is what sells it. But go find yourself.
Get the F out.
Go
Hey, man.
find yourself.
Exactly. Thought he was going to say go yourself, but he's like, nah, go find yourself. And those were some wise words. Wise words. He knows his brother is lost and he needs to come back home, but he has to find himself first. He's gonna have to go through a pilgrimage.
Does that mean he's not going to be my dad anymore?
Yes.
Ah, Dylan, it's not gonna be your
You're gonna have
dad.
to go find a new one. Go get a new
No.
one. Sorry. Now, with the women's world title match, I'm excited to get to this one because it was so entertaining. One of the most entertaining. All of Tony Storm's matches are entertaining. Of course, to no surprise, Mercedes had to make a grand entrance with the Rangers cheerleaders and a cool car and all that jazz. The name of all her opponents beaten on her, on like the, what's it called? What's that
The
part
robe?
of the... No, it's not the robe. It's like the...
Tail? Kind
What?
of? I was
What'd you
going to
say,
say tail of the robe?
Oh my gosh, we're such
tail.
boys. We're such boys.
Is there a technical term? Please.
Yes, because they call it's like what you call the train. That's what it is. The train is what's like the dragging end. You have a train on a dress, on a coat. That's what they reference it as.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm glad we got that. We sound like such men not being able to get fashion terms right.
I was like, I felt like me and Dylan were right, but I guess that's the technical term.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Tony Storm with her own timeless cinematic entrance, of course. There's no surprise there. That's just every Tony Storm entrance. From the time before the match even started, it was entertaining.
Yes.
That was nonstop entertainment. But then again, I already knew this was gonna be, dare I say, 5 stars.
You could feel it. After the grand entrances, we get to the grand match. Our first of 3 main events, if you believe in that sort of thing.
I do believe it.
Drink it in, man.
How I knew this match was going to be good and deliver, when I started filming the opening bit, opening little offense switch, I could not put my camera down. And there was never a spot out the gate where it felt like it would slow down or dull out any. I filmed for like 6 painful ass minutes holding my camera up in the air before I gave up. And when I did, something more entertaining happened. That's how this match was. That was
You're
an
lucky.
accurate description.
Yeah, I was gonna say my phone died by this point, so I was like using my wife's phone to try to like freaking capture this moment. I was like, mine's died during the Hurt Syndicate
Well,
happened, so I was all like, crap, I need to get this, Jamie. Let me borrow your phone real quick. This is important. It's like,
you want to know the
Sacrifice, man,
secret?
sacrifice.
What?
You want to know the secret?
what?
I use 2 phones.
Oh, he got 2 phones, one for business
Yep.
and one for recording.
No, I used them both for recording, and for the gauntlets, I got them both on my old 13. I just switched between what I wanted to use for what.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I could spend a lot of time sitting here and dissecting this match and putting it over, but you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, then why aren't you watching wrestling when you're supposed to? That's what I would ask any viewer who hasn't seen this match and is watching this podcast episode. Why aren't you watching wrestling when you're supposed to?
That match, it delivered, man. It delivered. I was even surprised with the outcome, to be honest.
Everybody, Tony Storm, this is how I worded it. I'm trying to get my timeless alliteration going. Tony Storm valiantly vanquished Mercedes Moné, giving her a kiss, an Avalanche Storm Zero, and her first ever singles loss. And I would say like over 85% of people did not see Mercedes Moné gonna lose this match.
Yeah, I was one of them. I was one of them.
Yeah, I was like 99% sure. I was like, Mercedes is winning, and she's going to go and win more belts, and she's going to become like 20 belts Monet by the end of this.
Well, I don't think it would go that far either. Just didn't.
That would be ridiculous trying to travel with 20 belts.
Just get your cheerleaders to take.
It reminds me a lot of WrestleMania 34 when Asuka's streak got broken. We thought she was going to be beating Charlotte. It's one of those things like that moment is bigger than what we would have expected. Yeah, Mercedes winning the AEW World title and closing out 7th and like the biggest belt. That's a cool story. But what's more of a surprise and what gets people like, oh my gosh, the most? Have Mercedes lose for once. Oh my
gosh, took her first loss in AEW. Official.
I wanted a different match for this pay-per-view. I couldn't get what I wanted, and I was okay with it. But this match went above my high expectations, and I think it was one of the best on the card. I think I ate my words a little bit downplaying this match and how good it would actually be because it was pretty great.
No, I think even if the match wouldn't have been that good, I think just these, as I said in like predictions in every other video we've done, these are the 2 biggest women in that company. Dare I say the 2 biggest women in all of wrestling right now? Would that be controversial to say?
Pretty sure there's some people that would think it's controversial.
It's like it's subjective, that's for sure. It's certainly subjective.
I was about to say, it's an opinion.
But it was a great match nonetheless, and I knew that they could, because these are also 2 very talented women. They didn't get here just because they're great storytellers. They also can go in the ring.
They put on a classic clinic.
So yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Now, on the next one, the Omega Okada Unified Championship match, I was highly looking forward to watching this match back to see how good it was on pay-per-view viewing, as opposed to watching it live down on the floor. I obviously know it's good, but people were saying it was still their favorite of the night or the best match of the night, and I would have to argue with that because I was there and I didn't feel the same. And we get good old JR Jim Ross out on commentary for this match, so it can't be a bad match if they're bringing JR out. That's what I said as soon as I saw him.
Okay.
Can't be bad if JR is here.
He's only there for the big ones, the real big ones.
You get your grand, spectacular entrances out of the way and get down to business. This match, the moment the 2 guys locked eyes and they do the championship intro. One immediate note I had made too that changed the vibe was us, not like us all three right here, but us, the crowd in that arena. Hearing out those chants, rehearing the way we were chanting and our energy, it was surreal. And that's a factor in pro wrestling matches that never gets highlighted enough when we focus on why is a match so great. Crowd's energy sells a match so
Oh
hard.
Yeah.
And we
for
were much
sure.
more impactful on that match than
Yeah.
I would have thought, which makes sense.
I love the energy in that match. I got goosebumps straight up.
Here's a fun thing. I'm not gonna show this one on the show because this really isn't about my appearances at all in. But side note, as this match was delivering, I noticed a handsome man in a Terry Funk shirt standing in the fifth row, zoned in, locked in on this match. And yes, that handsome man was me.
This guy.
I saw myself standing there like this.
Putting himself over.
I was gonna say he's flexing. He's flexing on us. Well, on me.
More and more it went on, the better and better it got. And I'm grateful that I got to take the time and watch it back on pay-per-view because I really got to get the full depth digested. And I think this match was exactly what it needed to be. It went exactly as it needed to go. And maybe people wanted it to be this 7-star banger, but we didn't need it to be. And Kenny not winning felt crazy, but it made sense. And
Yes.
I got to dive into this. I think we touched on it on All in All, or maybe we talked about it on the pre-show. But the big thing I explained to people within this is that since he came to AEW, we have not felt like Okada is the same Okada from New Japan. I have a lot of us that know Okada from then are like, nope, same guy, same thing, just a little bit different on the gimmick. What will make people take him seriously again? Kenny Omega putting him over on the biggest stage AEW has. I think it was genius. I think they executed this precisely.
Yeah, I think this is what needed to happen. I think Okada needed that win. And I think, God, Okada's drop kicks. That's
Don't
that's
get me
such a weird
started.
thing to take out of it, but I can't get over how I coined the term, or it's going to have been coined already. Picture perfect drop kicks.
Yeah,
That is what I call Okada's drop kicks.
Yes,
they
he's
are.
best in the game. No one could touch him.
Super bad one.
I think we can all agree on that part. I don't know if we can all agree on this part. I hope we can. That match may not be 7 stars, but son of a bitch, it was still a really great match. And on their worst day, they're still iconic. Think about that. Worst
Yes.
day, they still do 5 stars. Their worst match is still better than like half of wrestling. More than half.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I
Easily.
would agree with that.
I enjoyed the match so much, and I was glad that I got to witness that in history.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason why I got back into wrestling. It was that the Okada and Kenny, so it's always going to hold a special part in my heart. And witnessing that, I will never forget it. Hell, I had to get the autographs. I had to get anything to commemorate this moment in history. That I'm like, this is where I'm happy, all happy because these two men. I found this video of them fighting, and years later, 2025, I'm watching it on American soil for the first
Yeah.
time in my home state of Texas, in my hometown.
Exactly. Man, don't make me cry again.
Don't cry in the car.
What's funny is the question following this before moving on was how do we feel about Okada winning it? I feel like we all got a good idea with each other of how
Yeah.
we feel about it. I want to ask a better question because this is what I did after Danielson Osprey. I sat there and said, well, what's next? What's the next big thing I want to do? And what did I say? Omega Okada. So I want to take a second and ask around the room, what's the next big match you want to see?
Okada and Takeshita.
Okay, I'll take that one. Whew, I'll take that one.
Okada or
No, just any two big wrestlers, like big match you want to see.
well, I'm going to keep it AEW since we're on the topic of AEW.
That's fair.
I don't know, man. I said that, and I'm like, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
hard.
I don't know either, to
They
be
have
honest.
a hell of a roster. I think I don't have a big match that I want to see. I just want to see Eddie Kingston back, and I want to see him and Gabe Kidd.
I know. When I think of dream matches, one of the guys isn't even here. It's like I just want Saber and Danielson to run it back again. But that's just a whole other thing.
You just made the list.
I want to see I want to see Shelton Benjamin and Okada. I would love to see Bobby and Okada,
Well,
MJF and
that's nice.
Okada.
Well, time out from that though, because if you're gonna put those on the list, you're gonna tell me that those are Omega Okada level matches, and that's what we're talking about. I don't think that seeing those matches is gonna be as big. I'm talking about like I want to see Michael Oku versus Zack Sabre Jr. live.
Give me a hell yeah.
I
The point
want
of
to
the
see
question is
Michael
like,
Oku live in general.
yeah, that's the point of the question is like, if you were live in the arena for a big match, what would it be?
Then I'll still go with my first answer, Big Body Take
Yeah, that was a
versus
solid
Okada.
one. That was a solid one.
Thank you. Drink it in, man.
Now, as you see, the lights turned red because we're about to get into the Texas Death World Title match. So be prepared for blood. With this, it feels like the whole damn company is on the line. That's how big Fight Field this is. It feels like everything within this whole entire organization is on the line. And if that wasn't enough, then the live and cinematic Hangman entrance should have told you how big it was.
Yeah.
No, so big, John Moxley had to pull up in a big ass truck. That's how big it was.
Came through the arena and then just pops out with this whole clique.
This match, though, without a doubt, no question, is my match of the night. There's no doubt in my mind because this was everything that it should and could be. It delivered in ways that people didn't expect, and the surprises they did expect came at times they didn't. If you felt the energy in that crowd over Hangman 2, you can't deny it. It was wild. And I want everybody to think about this. Not even one full year ago, not even 1 year ago, Hangman was in the conversation, nomination, biggest heel in wrestling for this last year. And now here we are. He is the biggest and most over babyface.
Yep.
It was his redemption arc, man.
That is storytelling at its finest.
Yes, sir.
I was saying 3 years ago when he lost it to CM Punk, and it's crazy looking from that point now and the journey he went through in the dark, literally the dark places he went to,
The Dark
to where
Places and the Dark Order.
yeah,
And the
man,
Dark Order.
he's
It's crazy.
gone. I don't know. It's one of the best. I understand why he's the main character. That is definitely main character esque.
We still got CM Punk in somehow.
Yeah, I know. I always think about that anytime.
It's
But
like still.
regardless, I can agree with that because I've never been his biggest fan, and we've kind of like poked fun at him a little bit. But even leading up to this and rooting for who I was rooting for, I knew like this is an undeniable thing. I've lived through Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 40, Swerve Strickland Dynasty. I know when something's undeniable. I know the feelings, and this was that. I don't know
The power's
what
back on.
I don't know what all I could even say to encompass the magnitude of how great this match was, the amount of violence and in-ring storytelling with that violence, the surprises, the energy in the stadium. One of my favorite moments to be a part of in wrestling. Up there with seeing Swerve win the big one. I put this up there with like cool ass moments to be a part of. And we see everything in this that we need to end with the help of Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, even Swerve. Hangman beats John Moxley the exact same way he did last time, but this time way cooler, way more impactful. It was a beautiful moment. Everybody popped. It was a very loud experience. Unlocks the briefcase, and this is my favorite part. There's the AEW World Title belt, still with Bryan Danielson's side plates on it from Wrestle Dream. Belt never left that briefcase. Blows my mind.
Yep. That was
I-
awesome. Details, small details, man.
Some great small details, some great like I can't imagine like the only thing I will say, and I was like, I don't want to be the guy that finds the fault in anything.
Yeah.
Because there should be no fault. There isn't really it's not really a fault. It's just something I would have liked to see.
Yeah.
During the whole build to taking down Moxley, there was one person that was involved in that I feel like I don't know if he's injured or not, but I feel like Cassidy should have shown up.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with Cassidy. Definitely looking because I felt the same way.
It's like,
He,
yeah,
he was
we got
missing.
Swerve here, we got everyone here. Like, where's Cassidy? Cassidy was part of this. He literally had a whole 2 or 3 months dedicated to taking out Chuck E. T. and all that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
You're right, because if it wasn't Cassie's the start of the whole storyline with when this whole thing happened. He was the
Catalyst
first real
or the
player.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it well.
Chuck E. T. and everyone was looking to up to him when everything was falling apart. He was like the last, the last warrior on the front line that was the only person that beat Mox out of everyone that was fighting him. Like we're talking about Dark Order, Isaiah Cassidy, and
Yeah, Darby.
everyone. Yeah, Darby got killed. It was crazy, man. So
Yeah,
you're right to say that. I think he maybe just. I'm assuming he's probably still injured.
yeah. We're gonna have to look into that after we get off of here because I'm very curious too. After this is over and this amazing match is taking place, Hangman delivers one of the most heartfelt and emotional speeches in AEW history.
Yes.
Uh, and yeah, that folks was all in Texas. Those was a crazy time, but I can't believe even I could feel Hangman Adam Page. It was not my guy, but that was an undeniable moment.
Mm.
Yeah. I gotta come up with another toast pun because he's not milk toast anymore. He's not burnt toast anymore.
No,
What
bro,
is
he's
he?
golden. He's golden now.
Golden
He's
toast? That's
golden.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking too. I was like, is it golden
He's
toast?
nice and golden. He's got the biggest
Yeah,
prize in wrestling.
nice
Damn.
golden toast. Hell
Ain't
yeah,
no dairy in this toast. There's no dairy here.
Damn. Okay.
Just blood and violence.
Ruthless.
All
golden
right.
toast.
You can't leave without these. Final pay-per-view thoughts time.
No, wait. Hold on.
Oh,
Texas toast.
thank you,
Texas
dude.
Texas
Let's
toast.
go.
toast.
Let's go. Oh, man. That was worth interrupting. That was perfect. I stamped that one.
Give me a hell yeah.
Final pay-per-view thoughts. This was an amazing pay-per-view to witness live. And to be that up close, it didn't do it justice in comparison to watching the full thing back on my TV and really getting to analyze this. Thinking before watching it on pay-per-view, I would have rated it 4-star pay-per-view, but no, this is one I'm actually finally, for the first time, giving a 5-star rating to. Everything delivered, no duds, big moments, big matches, big payoffs. My top 5 matches from the bottom to the top all describe why this would be a 5-star pay-per-view. Number 5, Women's Casino Gauntlet. 4, Mercedes Moné versus Tony Storm. 3, Swerve and Ospreay versus the Bucks. 2, Okada versus Omega. Side note, 2 and 3, when I watch them back, are so damn good they might switch because that tag match was really phenomenal. And 1, of course, is that amazing main event. I just want to say and end everything on my end with I'm blessed to have gotten to live and experience that live. 5-star all in, guys. I got a 5-star all in.
I will have to also say 5-star easy, no questions about it. Lived it live, experienced it. The fact that it changed my life to the point where I was like, I need to not even go into work because I just want to relive this moment over and over again. It's hard for me. It's personal. That's how it affected me where I couldn't go to work. That's how powerful that pay-per-view was. I enjoyed it that much that I was sad that it was over, but happy that I have the moments and that I lived it and that I was there for that historical moment. And easy, like you said, 5-star for me. No question. Had everything I needed. Even with the Adam Cole change, some people might have deducted for that, but with the Dustin
No.
flip, with that, delivered it, executed it very well. Everyone played their parts.
Oh, well, damn.
If you rated anything less than 5 now, you're a hater. That's what's
I
funny about
know,
this.
that's why I was like, shit.
Yeah,
You
now
have
It's
to
okay.
understand, this was a terrible day for me.
Okay.
But this bitch is getting on my nerves.
I will
I
rate
blame
it
you.
5 on the merit of practicality and objectiveness, but this will forever be a 4.5 just because of how I was feeling that day. I had a lot of. I just not been feeling great lately. But honestly, like if I looked at it objectively, it's 5. There's nothing to detract from anything. It's just 5. I can't argue with that.
Thank you.
Good idea. That was a good
And I
idea. I
would probably
would have had him
order
off.
it the same way Josh did. So, and I had to think about that because I was like, I really like that women's casino, but thinking about it back on it, like the stories, it was the stories that really pushed everyone back into that order. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Tony Mercedes had a really good story. The best story of all, of course, Hangman, like has to be top. So, yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
It was a hell of a paper. Probably watch it back 100 times over.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna end with one thing, because I don't know if it's confirmed yet or not, and if it's not confirmed yet, I want to be the first one to talk about it. Our next pay-per-view for AEW is Forbidden Door, and I'm very heavily not only hearing from other people, but believing this is finally, after years, the point where we're building to get AEW women's tag titles. And we see all these women being grouped. We looked at that gauntlet and saw all the women's tag teams being integrated. We've seen it for weeks. How do you guys feel about this? And do you think I'm crazy still?
Yeah, I still think you're crazy. I love you. No, I don't think I don't. It's crazy that you said that because I was wondering when is the opportunity? When are we going to strike on that? Because it is kind of like on the nose. Everyone is clicking up. You kind of see it. The writing's on the wall. People are kind of craving it. Hell, these women are putting on bangers after bangers, and I'm like, sucks that it's only the women's world championship and the TBS title. I think the tag titles need to be introduced now.
Hold a tournament at Forbidden Door. Bring Stardom girls in. Just bring CMLL girls in.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We could have a lot of
Rev
fun
Pro.
with it.
Bring Rev Pro in there.
Oh, it could be badass. It could be a great time. Now, if we have a whole tournament, though, we can't do it all in one pay-per-view.
There's definitely it's an interesting time right now.
Bring the hashtag give me women tag team belts in AEW.
Something we've been on for too many years. It's oftentimes, I feel like, never going to happen, but this is the first time where it's seemed like a real reality. So I'm excited for that.
As you should be.
Finally, we've at least recapped all in. I could take a little bit of a mini break, maybe go take a nap or something.
No.
Sounds nice.
Eat some cookies, get some milk.
Something.
Texas toast.
Yeah, eat some Texas toast. All right, we're going to close this one out, and we're just going to go bullshit somewhere else.
We're going to bullshit some. Fair enough.
That's crazy.